Fox News contributor and National Review contributing editor Deroy Murdock. Deroy, what's your take on this?
High time, Trish, high time. I think that this Hillary Clinton investigation has stunk to high heaven all along, and there are all sorts of things that ought to be answered. We've heard about this business of the probe being called a matter rather than investigation. The word matter happens to coincide with the Clinton campaign's rhetoric. Why is the Department of Justice harmonizing its words with that of the Clinton campaign? Hillary Clinton came in for her interview with the FBI. That was not done under oath. You have this massive investigation. She goes in to talk to the FBI. They don't put her hand on the Bible and tell her to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help her God. No grand jury ever was convened. And then you had immunity agreements that the FBI gave to members of the Clinton campaign, and they were told, all right, you get immunity, and by the way, hand us your laptop, and we'll destroy your laptop for you.
So you think this is Loretta Lynch basically influencing this, as she said apparently in this letter, or this correspondence, there was apparently a Clinton aide that was in touch with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and the Clinton aide was being told by Wasserman Schultz that Lynch said she wouldn't let it go too far.
That's correct. And that,
meaning too far, meaning...
too politically embarrassing in a way that might derail her political or presidential campaign. We had James Comey testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee. I think it was just last week. He said that apparently in private testimony, he said that he had a document or some communication indicating that Loretta Lynch said, look, don't worry, no matter where the evidence goes, we are not going to indict Hillary Clinton, in so many words. Now, that was behind closed doors. Who knows if that report is exactly correct? But it would seem to coincide with what we've seen, which is the FBI, Department of Justice, going through basically a sham investigation of Hillary Clinton. Yes, they did provide information that ultimately turned out to be embarrassing to her, but in terms of actually putting her into handcuffs, which is what should have happened, that never took place.
So where is this going to go? I mean, this kind of investigation, will Loretta Lynch be brought in to testify? Will Hillary Clinton be brought in to testify? Will James Comey be back?
I think this absolutely should happen. Look, Congress is supposed to do a couple of things. One is legislate and do things like repeal Obamacare, cut our taxes, et cetera. Another thing Congress is supposed to do is provide oversight of the federal government, and that includes looking at oversight of corruption. And this strikes me as total corruption, and the appropriate oversight committees should bring in Loretta Lynch, bring in James Comey, bring in Hillary Clinton. I think there ought to be a special counsel to investigate.
I'm going to play devil's advocate now, and there's sort of a pass, if you would, that we often see new administrations, particularly when they're in a different party, give old administrations, because the fear always is you increasingly find yourself looking like a banana republic, which frankly we're kind of looking like right now, given all the Russia innuendo. But you run that risk, and so is this sort of the pot calling the kettle black? Do we run the risk of Trump basically and his team turning around and doing the exact same thing that he's being subjected to by Democrats right now?
Look, there's a difference between criminalizing political differences and saying, well, we don't like Hillary Clinton's ideas, so let's throw her in jail. There's a difference between that and what she has done, which is multiple violations of the Espionage Act. I think possibly maybe witness tampering, destruction of evidence, destroying all those emails. There's a difference between not liking somebody's political views and persecuting for that, and people breaking federal law over and over and over again, and ultimately having to pay a price for that, because this is a country based on the idea of equal justice under law. And if we don't prosecute people who break the law, then it's indeed a banana republic where we have multiple levels of justice for different people in power or out of power.
You make a very good point, and an important distinction, I think, because in the case of Hillary Clinton, there was I mean, you can count out exactly the incidences that were wrong. I mean, yes. Whether you're destroying evidence.
Felonious. I use the word felonious.
Whether you are engaged in what appears to have been a pay-to-play type scandal. Correct. Where you get access basically to the Secretary of State of the United States by giving money to a charity. So there are specific examples you can point to. In the case of Donald Trump, they've been chewing at this now for months. I mean, almost
before
a
he was
year.
Sworn in. I mean, before Donald Trump had any opportunity to do anything wrong.
Well, he was still campaigning.
They were already talking about impeachment before he even been sworn in.
And they've got nothing.
Yeah.
So there is a distinction here.
And with Hillary Clinton, you've got, for example, the Uranium One deal, where she gave permission for a company called Uranium One to turn over 20% of U.S. uranium supply to Russia, to the Kremlin, to Vladimir Putin, in exchange for $145 million in donations to the Clinton Foundation. Upon the basis of the investors in Uranium One. Nobody's talking about that. This ought to be investigated. That looks like an outright case of bribery in exchange for weakening American national security. Hillary Clinton has paid zero price for that so far, and that has to change.
What would this be with Lynch? Is this an obstruction of justice type thing, or just a refusal to investigate something for political reasons?
I think it's at least dragging feet, if not some type of obstruction of justice, politicization of the Department of Justice. All those things are wrong, and we need to get to the bottom of this. Otherwise, we are indeed a banana republic.
Deroy, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Good to
Trish.
see you. All right, another big story that we are following right now. President Trump admits